Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel BethChatsBooks. Now today's video is going to be my December favourites video. Now I don't have a lot of things to show you or to explain because December is a very weird month. I think you get loads of things for Christmas, you're very busy around Christmas, and so it's quite difficult to kind of sum up your favourites of that particular month. So I think obvious highlights are your Christmas Day, and for me I spend Christmas Eve with my mother and her partner, so I love Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Christmas Day I spend with my dad and his partner and their family, and that's a lovely day. I spend it with my grandma as well, so it's a really nice time. You eat too much, you drink too much, and it's a highlight of your month. It's definitely something you look back on and remember, so I'm not going to excessively go into detail of those kind of things and your New Year's and things like that, because you know everybody has Christmas Day and everybody has New Year's Eve, and New Year's Eve this year in particular wasn't a big highlight for me of the month. It was quite a quiet and subdued night in, so I'm not going to discuss those. But one thing that was a favourite this month is earlier in the month we went to Chorley to go see my auntie and my cousins and my cousins' partners, and we kind of all dressed up and went out to the pub and had a great time, and that was a really good highlight because we don't see that side of the family as often as we would like to. So we had a great time, you know, gins were had, life chats were had, you know, that kind of thing, and that was a real highlight of the month because spending time with family is something that's reiterated a lot during that month, but sometimes it's quite hard because your Christmases get quite compact and busy, so it's nice to spend some time with family. This Christmas period was the first time that my boyfriend, who originally lives in Essex, has spent Christmas up here because we were working, so it was nice for him to spend Christmas with my family and have a different experience. But it was different for us this year because we worked all around Christmas. We had Christmas Day off, but on either side we were working before it and after it, so we didn't get that kind of Christmassy feeling. But recently, this January beginning, we've just had it. I've just got back really. We went to go visit his family in Chelmsford and kind of do a Christmas 2.0 with them, so I'll talk about that in my January favourites because that is a memory from January. But for now, yes, that was the main kind of activities and experiences that I've had in December that I thought I'd share with you guys. And now I'm just going to briefly go on to TV and things like that that we've really enjoyed this month. So one thing which is quite cliche and it gets branded around all the time around this time of year, but we've really enjoyed the family movie time around the Christmas period, and one thing that we devoured every night at about 7:30, 8 o'clock through the lead up to Christmas and then the lead up to New Year was the Harry Potter series films. So every night, I think from Christmas Eve onwards all the way to New Year's Day, they had every single Harry Potter film, and that was really nice because as a family we adore the Harry Potter franchise and the books, but that was just a really nice family bonding time. And obviously the films are incredible. We've laughed and we cried at them, and it was just nice to have my boyfriend and my brother and sister who were back for the Christmas period to just all be together and watch those kind of films. They're heartfelt films, they're great, and we just loved watching them. And then another thing that we've kind of got into watching in the month of December was the Black Mirrors. Now this month, January now, which it is when I'm filming, we've just had the new series which we haven't watched yet, but we wanted to catch up on a lot of the other Black Mirrors. So we watched The White Teddy Bear, we watched, I forgot the name of the other one, but it's where he downloads software onto his computer and that leads to somebody, an anonymous number, sending him messages saying they've filmed him and you've got to find out what happens. I'm not going to ruin it for you, but a lot of the Black Mirror series is kind of deeply disturbing, or it's meant to make you think morally about things, about technology, about humanity, about where we're going and what is happening to the world around us, and it's very thought-provoking. Some people might find some of the content quite disturbing in it, but as a family we found it quite interesting. It's one of those series that I wouldn't recommend you can just bulk watch, because each episode can kind of hit your senses in a different way. So a lot of them make you think, some entertain, some have got dark humour, but a lot of them for me had made me quite uncomfortable in different ways, assessing how far do we punish people that have done wrong, how we assess how our brains are working and what they're working towards, how the future of technology and robots and electric devices, how they're going to change how we perceive ourselves and our relationships. So they're very intense. Charlie Brooker is the guy that creates them, and there's some really interesting interviews that he's done recently about the new series. So I would go and search that into YouTube and check that out. But if you're interested in anything sci-fi or anything a little bit dark, if you're into dark humour, dark comedy, then this would be for you. We've been really enjoying it, but you can't really binge watch it. We've been watching it here and there in bits, and we're hoping to watch the new series that's just come out in January and see how that goes. So those are some of the films and kind of things we've been watching. Most of the TV I've been enjoying. It's kind of been difficult for me because I'm in my January head now and I'm thinking about things that I've watched recently but I didn't watch in December. So that's it for all the watching, and that's it for all the memories. One more thing before I go. I was thinking about showing you lots of different things. I got pyjamas and smellies and bits of stuff from Christmas, slippers and mountains of chocolate. I've been eating mountains of chocolate and putting on a few pounds, which is not fun, drinking too much and eating too much. So hopefully as it starts getting a little bit warmer and lighter, I can kick myself into the new year. I feel a bit like January is one of those months where you have all this desire to do a lot, but then when it comes to it, that month just flies by and you're in a different headspace. So I'm hoping that heading into spring I can make some important, more active life choices, less chocolate. But anyway, aside from that, there was one gift that I thought was a really special and personalised gift that I think it's the best one to show you instead of all the kind of smellies and makeup and bits and bats that we all probably receive for Christmas. So this is kind of booky related, and I didn't put this on my Christmas book haul because I think it's more of a present really than a book. It's more of an active kind of log. So this says, if you can read there, it says a sentence a day, and I received this from Ben's mother, my boyfriend's mother, and it's really, really sweet. So it says the little moments that make life big. So it's a little logbook. You put your name and the date you started it on the top, and then you go through to random days. So say like that's January 30th, and the question is, what was the last present you received and who was it from? And then it's just left blank 20 there, so you can put 2018, 2019, whatever you want for that day and write that down. You could also make a log of if it was a special day. So for example, I'll just go back here to January 20th, which is my birthday. It says here, who did you see today? So that would be an important thing because I could put my birthday and then the people and the things that I did on that exact day. It's got things like, what is your to-do list? Name 3 things you're grateful for right now. What's the best advice you've been given in the last 12 months? What did you eat for breakfast today? So they're just little things that can give you a little bit of a log and a life perspective, but without being an intense journal. I just thought it was a really sweet little gift that I can look back on and say, oh, in 2018 on April 29th I was discussing with myself or writing down challenges I need to tackle this year or things I need to do. So I think it's really sweet. I haven't dared write in it yet, but I'm hoping to very soon. And I just love things like that, things that have got ways that I can log how I'm feeling, how I am reading, what I'm doing. It's got a nice little tassel there, I just thought I'd show you as well. But I really want to start a book journal of my own because I really like making logs on to-do lists or progress. I find that writing it down really helps me visualize it and really helps me kind of make things in my head that are quite overwhelming more digestible and smaller little targets to work to. The only thing that puts me off a book journal is the fact that it's not pre-made for me, in the sense that I'm not very artistic, and I've seen so many people do beautiful drawings, beautiful logs, and I'm a lot more practically minded when it comes to organising things like that than creative. So mine would be pretty much like bullet points or little logs like this, where I would just say, the top 5 things I need to do today and tick them off. And whereas I know that book journals can get quite fancy, colour coordinating and big graphs and things like that, so that kind of intimidates me. But if anybody has any ideas for how to start a basic book journal, not any of these intense fancy artsy ones, or you've got any videos that you've recently watched that you thought were a really good start to just creating a book journal, then let me know, because I do think maybe that's my goal this year, to try and create a little book journal and have everything all in one place. My mood, how I'm feeling and all these other stuff. This is everything for my December favourites. I'm sorry it's quite short. I just feel like I've run out of things to say in December. A lot of people say a lot. You've had Vlogmas all month long that you've probably been watching, and people's Christmas book hauls and their favourite books of the year, and you're kind of saturated this month with a lot of how that month's been for everyone. So I only wanted to do just a brief one because I like keeping up to date with my videos, and my favourites are one of my collection of videos. So that's everything. I'm hoping to do my favourite books of 2017 video, and my Rebecca, the Virgin Suicides, etc. video, and on the films and the books. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Hit the subscribe button if you want to be alerted for that. My favourite books of 2017 might be a little bit longer to come out, just because I really want to think about it and not overload it. But I will get it done by the end of the month, as will I do with the other book film review videos. So that's everything. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you very soon with a new video. Thanks. Bye.